Facts.
We have to have.
Facts.
There can't be any white people that aren't villains. That's facts. That's check. So we have to make Ted Kord's daughter Hispanic.
Hispanic,
on top
yeah.
of that.
What they kept doing in this movie, the thing, like I was saying, you can make a good superhero movie with just like paint by numbers. Because you look at the first Iron Man movie, that was literally
Well, that's what this
paint
they
by
did
numbers.
to this.
It was like you get your villain, you got your hero getting out of a sticky situation.
Yeah.
He becomes he gets the costume. Actually, Tony Stark created his own costume.
Yeah.
In, you know, a different situation, but obviously it was still paint by numbers. A to Z, paint by numbers, and Iron Man was still a great movie.
Yeah.
You go to Blue Beetle.
Ugh.
It's paint by numbers, but it's in the worst ways fucking possible. Like, I was expecting to at least have somewhat of like a decent movie
Yeah.
going into this, because it's the origin story of this cat. They kept teasing Ted Kord the entire movie, and then all of a sudden, and Adam called it. Adam called it. He said, watch them put him into a fucking computer.
Like Jarvis. I had a feeling they were just... This whole movie ripped off Iron Man anyway. From when he's going into space and falling, to the daughter being just Tony Stark, pretty much.
Ironmonger, the villain looked just like Ironmonger. Just like Ironmonger.
I was thinking Darth Monger. I didn't tell you. It was like Darth Vader and Ironmonger.
Yeah, because it had what, the black and the red or orange or whatever, yeah.
Which I thought
like,
that was supposed to
bad.
be... I thought that was supposed to be Black Beetle, but he didn't look like a beetle. I could have sworn one of his villains is another beetle. So I thought they took the technology, right? So I thought he was going to turn into another beetle.
Bro, this fucking movie was horrible. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh yeah, and they didn't kill George Lopez because he's George Lopez.
Yeah,
no other reason.
Yeah, no. Because I will say this because I remember you were saying in the theater that it was most like Iron Man. But I will say they had an Uncle Ben moment. They had two Uncle Ben moments in this entire movie, and it was obviously with the dad, where he was talking about
the best character.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of, because they were talking about the heart attack.
Yeah.
And because remember they were sitting outside in the front lawn, and then him and his dad, they had a little talk. I told myself, I didn't tell you in the theater, but I told myself, I was like, this is going to be an Uncle Ben moment, because there's a reason why they said that he had a heart attack before Jaime came back from college and all that other stuff. And I was like, they're going to kill him off. They're going to fucking kill this dude.
Yeah.
When I thought they were going to kill him like in the house.
Okay.
I didn't think he was actually going to have another heart attack. That was smart though. The way they killed the dad was sort of like
him get fatally
smart.
wounded.
No, he had a heart attack.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. Because remember, that's why they mentioned he had the other heart attack before that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, that was actually pretty clever. Other than that, this movie was dog shit, bro.
Yeah, good action scenes, and I like the dad, even though he's the character that died. So yeah, they killed off the only good character to me. But yeah, it was shit.
George Lopez, who plays
annoying.
the uncle, he was annoying as fuck. But some of those lines were pretty funny. I will say some of those lines were funny, but most of them were just. I was just like, bro. I was sitting there saying, you asked Adam. I was sitting there shaking my head the whole fucking movie, bro.
He tried to steal the show, but he just really pissed us off. People were clapping at the stupid grandma with the machine guns.
Oh my god! Don't even. That's why I said, bro. I probably said it maybe a little too loud in the movie theater.
My bad, minigun.
Yeah, I might have said this a little too loud in the movie theater, but I was like, bro, this movie should be called.
He's shitting in your pocket,
because it's not just him. It is his whole fucking entire family. Apparently, they all know how to fucking fight and kill people now.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like, what the fuck am I watching?
Because it's all about family for the Latin public, apparently. So they have to just make it as generic as humanly possible, because that's what they think everyone wants, is just by the numbers. Oh, it's about a race of people. Okay, so let's play mariachi music. Let's make sure we say Mexican a whole lot.
Oh, the oppression shit. The oppression shit is what really got me. From the first minute the movie comes on, is all it's talking about. They're pushing us out of our home because we're Mexican. They're pushing us out of our city because we're Mexican. The Kord Enterprises doesn't like Mexicans, even though the niece is fucking Mexican.
Yeah.
How do you have a Blue Beetle movie? And and it's about Jaime Reyes. Don't get me wrong, it's about Jaime Reyes, right? Sure. But how do you have a Blue Beetle movie
without Blue Beetle?
Without Blue Beetle.
I mean, I am thankful that they at least did give him the Jarvis treatment, because I thought he was not going to be in it at all.
I don't like the Jarvis treatment. We saw his face in that painting, right? We saw like a little bit of it. It was like a little blurry
briefly.
face. Yeah, briefly. Ted Kord.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we're most likely not going to get Dan Garrett. I don't really care, but at least we get one of the two.
Yeah,
he'll
probably die.
No, they can't even put the white man on screen, bro.
He's got to be.
It's got to be a fucking voice in a computer.
Yes.
Like,
I think was the
where is DC going?
Was the lady the only white person in the movie? The white villain? I think she might have been.
Yeah.
No. That the daughter's taxi at the end. The taxi driver comes.
Oh
in.
my god, a fucking taxi driver. Really?
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon was the only white person in this entire movie.
Yeah.
And then they killed her off too.
Well,
so they killed Ted Kord's sister.
Yeah. Well, she was the villain.
I mean, yeah,
she's white. You know?
She was the villain, I guess. You know.
It's
she was pulling the strings, but
it's
she
so
didn't really.
predictable.
She was no physical threat, so there was no reason to kill her.
She killed what's his face's family.
Family.
She killed what was his name, Pachamax or whatever the fuck.
No, Carapax, which was he was a pretty good villain.
He was fine.
I liked him. You want to know why he was good? He didn't have no fucking lines.
Yeah, he just fought. He took orders. He was just the muscle, and then he kills the evil white woman at the end.
Oh yeah, he kills Susan Sarandon. He kills
and I guess himself, sure.
Yeah, and then he ices himself. It's like, why do you tell us a sad story about his life and then he ices himself?
Make you care, I guess, that he's about to die.
Oh my god!
But I didn't because what about his sister, bro? The best character.
Which one?
We forgot about Jaime's sister.
Oh yeah, the one that in the first 5 minutes of the movie she says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go take a shit."
Take a big fat righteous dump, and she also made sure to slip in she's lesbian. Briefly.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear that.
When the old white lady walks in, she said, "Oh, she's sexy. Look how she moves." And besides the way she's dressed, and you know, you can already tell. You can tell by her persona, she's the gay daughter. You know, I actually thought that Jenny was the love interest. That was her name.
Yeah, that's the niece, right?
Yeah, Jaime's girl.
Yeah.
I almost thought that they were gonna have her get with the sister at the end instead of Jaime.
God, dude, that would have been horrible.
That would have
been horrible. Now, I do have a question though. Yeah. Where do they go? Because James Gunn said that this is the first superhero introduced into the new DCU.
James Gunn directed this?
Yeah. No. James Gunn said that this is the first superhero of the DCU.
Oh, jeez, of the new one.
Yeah. The director of this movie is a fucking racist piece of shit.
Oh, obviously. That's how you get into the industry now, by being racist and leftist.
It's ridiculous, man. Every fucking dude, they did not let you forget that this movie is catered to Hispanics, bro.
Actually, I almost forgot for 5 seconds when they stopped playing the mariachi music.
But I'll say this. I'll give this movie 2 compliments. The score was good, not the soundtrack. The score. So you remember that first beat that comes in?
That techno song.
That techno joint that kept playing. That was really good. So I like the score of the movie. Now my second compliment on the movie is obviously the action. The action was, dude, the way Blue Beetle fights. I don't know if all the Blue Beetles fight that way, but at least Jaime Reyes' Blue Beetle with the scarab.
It was sweet.
Oh my god, dude, that action was sweet.
I mean, very Iron Man mixed with Green Lantern, but it worked for what it was worth. And I mean, he looked cool. He wore his mask for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with that because you know superheroes don't wear their mask.
That's another thing. The mask. The mask was actually really fucking cool. And I remember telling you as soon as he came on screen, I was like, bro, that suit is ill.
It looks nice.
That suit is nice.
It looks nice. What do I like about it? The action, yeah. I like that techno song. I like that a couple characters actually died. I didn't think anybody was going to die in this movie. Yeah,
because it's an origin movie. I didn't think it was going to. I didn't think anybody was going to die.
So I liked his dad. I think his dad was a decent character. I wish the original Blue Beetle was in it, and it wasn't Jarvis. But at the end of the day, I mean, the MCU did it first. They made Jarvis into a computer when he was a man too. So we can't really act like these guys ripped off them because they tried something different too. But at the end of the day, it's just making sure there's as little white people on screen as possible, as we know.
Yeah.
See, I give this right now I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10 because the action I think gives it at least a little bit of a bump up. If I have to give it a score, I'll give it a 2 right now.
You know what? I'm gonna go with a 3 only because of the action, because it had potential. This movie had actual potential, and the director, who I remind you is a racist piece of shit, the director went out of his way to make this movie fucking unenjoyable.
Oh, closing lines, bro. At least John Leguizamo finally has a movie he can see and enjoy. At least he finally has a movie. You know?
He ain't wrong, folks. He ain't wrong.
John Leguizamo can finally enjoy something.
Blue Beetle was fucking awful. I just want to let y'all know that. Would I recommend this movie? Fuck no.
Hell no.
We've been here for 500 years and not getting roles. We're 30% of the box office. I want 30% of the roles, okay?
Julian! I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around here, do you, bud?
30%. That means out of every 10 movies, 3 of those should be Latin movies. And out of 10 actors in your Marvel movies, 3 of those should be Latin actors, okay? Out of 10 TV series, and then I want the long pipe, too, okay?
You have to help him in any way you can.